I'm Spencer Swindoll, and I'm currently the best Smash 4 player at Baylor. I kind of got into the scene of competitively playing around Baylor my freshman year. It was actually within the first few weeks of the first semester, and there was a tournament in the biggest dorm on campus. And so me and my brother, we went, and I won that tournament, and I met a lot of people who liked Smash, and just kind of went on from there. And then later on, a year later, me and my brother ourselves hosted a few tournaments, and then it became into the scene that it is now, where we play at a venue almost weekly. And yeah, kind of been a gamer all my life. That's just one of the things that we always did growing up, my family and me. We had a lot of guys in our family. It was 7 boys, and we were either outside playing sports, or we were inside playing sports games, or competing, but it was always a competition. And so that kind of sharpened my competitive nature and competitive edge. And so nowadays, usually I can pick up a game because I just would understand it, or it's not really hard for me to kind of get with how high level competition should be. There is a certain level of getting used to these games, and just knowing the flow of it, and kind of being able to just go from there naturally. But these games are incredibly deep, specifically Smash, that there's just I wouldn't want to lose anyone in translation, but there's so much more than just, oh, this character has 4 special moves, and I just have to use them and use them fast. There's a lot of mind games. There's a lot of patience. There's a lot of just technical knowledge of what goes into what and what doesn't, that a lot of people who aren't familiar with the game wouldn't know. There's just so many play styles and just different ways you can approach the game solely based on the character you are. And then on top of that, the kind of player you are with that character even changes it up even more. So it's a lot of fun seeing what people can do with the characters in the game, and then vice versa, seeing what the character can do in the game, how far they can be advanced. The cool thing about video games, especially in recent years, very recent years, is that they've been around, but there's been an emergence of professional level gaming. And that goes with any game, not just Smash Bros. They've been around for a while, but beforehand it was just a hobby that if you were really good at a game, you'd go to these local tournaments that would have to be put together entirely, grassroots. But now there's organizations, and there's sponsors for players and teams, and some of these players make a lot of money doing what they do just because they're good at these video games. For me personally, I don't really want to get into pro scene and go to all these tournaments and make my money like that. This is kind of just something that I'm good at, that I like to do for fun anyway, instead of watching TV or going to parties. This is my idea of fun, because I definitely don't put in the work that those guys do, or I don't have enough dedication to being better at the game solely to win these tournaments and make money. I love this game. It's a lot of fun, and so it's cool. It's just not really. It's a little bit more than a hobby, but it's less than something of it's less than a way of life.